You know how those games sometimes have like demo mode trailers and shit?
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
You know when you leave the title screen on too long and then it goes into a video or something like that?
Oh, that, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, don't let that happen. For some reason, that freaking video is spoilerific as hell fuck.
Wow. That's kind of bad.
Somebody didn't think that through. So
Right, this is NieR Automata, a game by Yoko Taro, known for the Dragon Guard games, and I don't know what else. But
Dragon Guard games, the original NieR, of course, and a few mobile games here and there.
and
Also, this is held by Platinum Games, which I'm sure a lot of people know, by Bayonetta, Metal Gear Rising, and Wonderful 101, and a lot of other games.
I heard about the critical acclaim this game got for back in 2017 and was curious about it because this game supposedly discusses themes that cater to my interests and also had a rivalry of sorts with Detroit Become Human, but the difference is that NieR Automata discusses
It's an
those
actual
themes
game,
much better than David Cage ever could,
and it's
supposedly.
actually fun to play.
Yeah. Well, I
You
don't.
would think it's similar themes, but at the same time, it's different.
Mm,
A lot of people just assume this is gonna be like a man, what is a man and what is machine story, when in reality it's that and something more.
I don't know much about the game. I've only played the opening chapter to it, but I'm gonna just start a new game anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't support
And
autosave.
I
Play the
have
game to
you
find.
have
Play the game to
pretty
find
much
how to save.
you do go. I think it doesn't have autosave, so you may need to be like. Oh yeah, the game doesn't have autosave, so
Right.
you're going. Oh, the screen beat me to it. Never mind. Yeah.
Username.
Play the game to find out how to save. Yeah, don't worry. I'll indicate everything. I'm here as your co-pilot through this
Yep.
whole shebang.
So, word of warning to the
Because
chat.
I'm the biggest nerd around here.
Word of warning
And
to the
that's pretty
chat.
sad.
No spoilers. For your first time you spoil things, you will get a timeout. And
And
then,
I'll make sure you guys don't spoil anything because I know all the spoilers.
yeah, and Deimos is on spoiler duty.
Yeah, demos, it's up to you to use the Van Hammer when I tell you to. Exterminate them all.
I'll just put in my name. Put in my name here. Yes.
Also, Mark, we are just starting the game.
Yep. This is. I'll just choose normal difficulty. I'm assuming it's not gonna matter a whole lot.
It's not that difficult of a game. I do recommend you to keep it on normal if it's this your first time.
Evade and fire. I'll try default control setting at first, and if it gets uncomfortable, I'll switch the evade
I
and
do
fire
not
buttons.
recommend it. I already told you off camera before. I do think you need to do one little change. So go on custom and change which button you want to fire.
So Sarmek has told me the R2 button is best for fire, and
To be honest, pick one you feel comfortable in holding on for a long period of time, basically.
fire, and then evade, and that's just about
You're
it.
gonna need all the buttons though, so you need to have a good what. Try to think on a good button for fire and a good button for evading.
Gotcha. I think switching them will be a-okay.
Yeah. Evading, you will need it, but you don't need to hold it, the evade button. So, I'm mostly saying you to switch the fire with the evade, mostly out of the idea of you're gonna be holding the fire button a lot, so your finger is gonna get tired. So it's better to keep it in a finger that it works. Also, I am having with me a small guide. The side quests and all that kind of junk. This game is pretty good at pointing them out. So it's not like you're gonna be super lost about this.
We got cutscenes.
Mm-hmm.
I missed that opening bit. But I guess she's basically wondering why she was made and why she... I don't know what.
This monologue will make a lot more sense later on in this game. It's not much about creation, but about purpose.
Oh,
And
yeah.
purpose is a big thing in this game. The idea of what's your purpose.
Yeah.
What are we made up to do? What happens when we lose that purpose? We're going to be exploring that in the main story, in many of the side quests, in many of the themes of the game, in a lot of stuff.
What games am I getting in 2020 so far? I've gotten Trials of Mana on the Switch. I have Streets of Rage 4 and Panzer Dragoon physical copies on the way from Limited Run Games. Also, I got the digital version of Panzer Dragoon as well.
Alert. Enemy unit sighted ahead.
I think I have too much delay between stuff, so I'm gonna switch into my non-HDMI.
But I'm playing this on the Switch version of Trials of Mana. Oh shit!
Oh yeah, Snake, you're almost dead. Congratulations.
I was a bit too busy paying attention to the chat of all
As
things.
you can see, you and your team are heading right into the battle, and already half of them are dead. Have fun.
This is one of the things that captivated me with NieR Automata because, like Battletoads, it has different forms of gameplay. Unlike Battletoads, the different forms of gameplay actually works for this game.
An important factor you need to learn right away, if you can notice. The red pellets, you can actually destroy them with attacks. Like that melee attack, you can actually destroy those pellets. Purple pellets are completely undestroyable, and you can only dodge them. You will think that is only applied to the shooting sections, but this type of bullet will appear constantly in the action stages as well. The game itself works like a shoot 'em up in some way. You need to know which bullets you can dodge, which bullets you can block, and which movement you can actually evade or use your different abilities on.
So as you can see, it shifted from traditional shmup gameplay to a twin-stick shooter.
Yeah, the game has a lot of surprises, and these sections are not as common as you will think, but they will be spurs out alongside the game. And now we're receiving a call.
I've only... let's see. Okay, I'm gonna make sure that I'm in a safe place before I open my mouth.
I didn't want to Goldmer. I didn't want to bring Snake to the specials just yet, but if he feels more uncomfortable doing them in there.
Oh jeez.
Oh right, I forgot about that. That you used the analog stick for that one. We're gonna need to have a change of controllers again, Snake, later, because Golden Superb brought out a good point. One of your special actions, you do it by clicking on the stick, and that can be a little bit cumbersome.
Okay, there we go. That's whatever that is.
Again, I told you the rule. You can destroy the ones that are like more brighter. Also, we have a level up system. You gain experience with every enemy you destroy, and you rise your stats as well as your chip capacity. What's chip capacity? I'm going to explain it once we hit the ground.
Aside from Radiant Silvergun, I don't know of any other shmup that uses a level up system like this.
Well, again, these shoot 'em up sections may be cool and all, but they're not the basis of the game. In most of all, this game is a character action game with RPG elements in pure platinum fashion. These sections are mostly just like to diverge the monotony of it all.
It's a really good way to mix things up.
And indeed, Golden, that this game takes a lot of time and patience to 100%. That's why I'm not gonna force Snake to 100% it.
Yeah,
I'm going to guide him to most side quests, but the ones that require a lot of grinding, I'm sure we can skip.
and for what it's worth, I'm not gonna 100% the game. I only want to get the true ending, and that's it. I don't care about the other endings.
The other endings are mostly jokes that you don't really need are necessary to obtain. But now I'm gonna stop right there because we're introduced to our new two protagonists here.
Say
The lovely
hello to
2B.
2B. Her ass is a distraction because Yoko Taro wanted the most polygons poured into her ass.
Exactly. And why? Because he just likes women.
Yeah.
He doesn't have any like interesting deep thoughts. She breathes through the skin kind of bullshit. No, he just admitted, nah, I just like pretty girls. So well, you have your normal attacks, your heavy attacks. You have your fire, which as again you need to be constantly hitting and holding it because you will automatically shoot at it. Also snake.
Yeah.
I will recommend you immediately try to lock on enemies because that way your pod will shoot directly into it. You won't need to like aim
okay, there
your
we
shots.
go.
Exactly.
L2
that way
to
you
lock
can like
on.
focus on a guy. You will notice that you don't have as many abilities as other Platinum games right now. Like you can parry, you can do like super cool dodges. I mean you can dodge, but you don't have like a special ability with dodge or anything. Those are stuff we're going to gain with experience.
Enemies destroyed.
Basically, Uncle Dude puts his best. He cares so much about the story as he cares about 2B's ass.
Oh, and for what it's worth, there is a trophy and an achievement for staring at 2B's ass for quite a while, from what I remember.
Which is not easy to pull off, actually.
Wow.
If you actually try to aim the camera down, she will actually move and cover herself.
Like a good girl should.
You can only get that achievement if you manage to finagle the way so she doesn't notice while you're looked down.
Laser communications recovered.
Also, you should be able to use your special pod attack by clicking the stick. You should be shooting a massive laser.
Okay, L1 use pod program. Shit.
There we go. Use L1, use pod program. A cool ass laser.
Right,
Well,
I assume it has a cooldown.
Never mind. Yes, if you see the little number next to you, that's how many seconds you need to recharge. Now it's recharge. You can unlock other abilities, other special abilities. Oh boy, yeah, you need to be careful. You need to learn how to dodge in this game.
Yeah,
like right away, because otherwise you're gonna get wrecked like a motherfucker.
Right. Okay, so Trials of Mana.
Now we have our little rendezvous with the second character, 9S. Okay, now go ahead, Snake.
Okay, wait a minute.
You're 2B, right?
Right after this dialogue.
Provide support.
Pretty much.
Copy that.
So, was that big old buzzsaw the Goliath you came here to take out?
No, just another defensive system.
Oh, well, I guess we have to find the target then, huh?
Really wish Discord had like a screen share feature so I wouldn't be in delay.
I'll work my way inside from the ground.
I wonder if I really would be able to do that.
Yeah, we are like burning your computer into flames.
Okay, Trials of Mana. I picked that up for Switch. It has 30 frames per second, which is not that bad of a thing at all. It works. Because, I mean, it's not like a hack and slash like Devil May Cry. That requires a lot of skill and reflex.
Mm-hmm.
And I already played the demo of that on the Switch, and I'm basically...
Trials of Mana is one of those that you can play multiplayer.
If you play the the Super Famicom translated version, yes, it has 2 players, and there was a 3-player multiplayer patch that someone released for the original Super Famicom version, and that patch is also compatible with the Trials of Mana ROM that got dumped from the Mana collection.
Interesting.
So look forward
Snake,
to...
Yeah. And sorry to interrupt you, but I'm introducing the elements. What you got there were a few materials. You're gonna need them to craft different items, craft different chips, etc., etc. So make sure that whenever you see one of those like lighting little lights in the floor, you press circle to pick them up.
Gotcha.
Also, all those like flying bolts, they're your money.
Let's see,
So
I'm assuming...
you gotta jump to the other side, genius. The game is trying to make you acclimate to the rest of the...
Okay, there is...
Oh, okay, I'm kind of confused and I just started the game. Luckily, you do have a map in the start button.
Menu...
Your current
That's where
location
I am, and that... Wait. Destination... Okay, so I need to... turn left where I'm facing.
Yeah, thanks, Gold. I've been so long since I've been since the beginning. You have to go to a path through the right. There's a path.
Oh.
On your right. No. You don't need to climb anything. It's a path to your right.
Oh. All the way back?
No, it's right there. No, Snake, no, to your
Oh, never
your
mind.
left now.
I found it.
Yeah, good lord. See, this is exactly why I wish I had a screen share. Oh boy. Then again, it was also my mistake.
Actually, let me try this. I'm pretty sure I can't remember if John did. Actually, you know what? No, I'll just look into it later and see how he exactly does COCOM feed. There should be a screen share. Let's see.
I mean, if you can't, you can't. I can live without it. It's just like I'm curious.
Wait a minute. Oh! There we go. Okay. It should be that. Okay, now you should be able to see what all I'm doing.
Won't it tax your stream?
No, it shouldn't.
Fair enough.
It shouldn't. I definitely think this is how John does it. So now you should be able to see what all I do.
I do see it now on live, but with a less frame rate. But I can live with that.
Let's see, I think if
I have no lag, but I have frame rate issues.
I'm gonna lessen the strain on my computer, and I think this is fine. This is fine.
Yeah, I can work with this. Now I can actually like
720 with 30 frames per second.
What is it? I was going to send you the map data I collected earlier.
Do it.
All right.
There's the path to your right. There we go.
Are.
This opening segment is really straightforward. Don't worry.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, if you press the evade button, you can dash. While you're running, if you press the evade, you just dash forward. Do you remember which button you put to evade?
Yes.
There we go. See? And you got immediately into a sprint when you use it. So whenever you start like After fighting, whenever you start running, always press evade just to get immediately into running speed. Oh, also, fun fact, you don't need to be aiming forward with your pod.
Oh,
If you, in
right.
these 2D sections, if you move the right stick, you can actually aim your shots, and you can actually like shoot backwards. In these these side scroller sections, it's very useful, especially because sometimes you're gonna have like enemies going after you from behind and from the front.
Here.
So it's
Cute.
very useful to have shooting one side while you're smacking with the other.
There's an item over there.
Yep. And a surprise enemy.
I see, and you can still aim the direction of where your pod is shooting at.
Exactly.
Nice.